I broke a glass door with my face and ran away with a piece of glass stuck in my cheek. And all because of my own karma. Let me give you some context. Hours before the disaster, some friends got together at my house to play Slendy Tubies. It was basically Slenderman, but with Teletubbies. Yeah, I know. Peak 2012 energy right there. This was the biggest crossover of the decade. And it was somehow scarier than Slenderman. You might not know it, but just listen to how that stupid Tinky Winky screamed. That thing traumatized me. All the YouTubers were playing it. All of them. And obviously we wanted to give it a try. So, since I was the only one who had a computer, and I say computer because it was one of those all-in-one dinosaurs. It barely worked. Everything was glitchy and laggy, but hey, it did the job. Hey, good boy. There we were, 5 friends taking turns playing Slendertubies at night, and from here I began to build my karma. One of these friends was very, very fearful. He was afraid of anything in general. Hey, what's that on your shoulder? And in that room, there was a window that faced the backyard of my house. It was well known that many paranormal things happened in my house, which made it easier to scare him. Speaking of paranormal stuff, I've got a couple of paranormal stories I want to tell you, like the time my sister got possessed, or the spirit that keeps following me around. So, maybe subscribe so you don't miss those. Anyway, a friend and I came up with the brilliant idea of going out into the yard and scaring him through that window while it was his turn. And it totally worked. He screamed so loud that I'm pretty sure my mom thought we were sacrificing someone. After that, he wanted to leave and I felt really bad, so I apologized to him and walked him home. I'm not gonna lie to you. On the way back, I was shitting myself because it was very dark and I couldn't think of anything else but that stupid Tinky Winky chasing me. I started running back home and came across an arcade where I saw 2 other friends playing. And I don't know why, but that day, I wanted to scare everyone. Was I the Tinky Winky or what? The arcade was poorly designed. It had a huge step to climb up and the doors were made of glass. On top of that, I was nearsighted in one eye and had severe astigmatism in the other. Plus, it was dark outside. So there was no way I could see if the door was open or not. I ran towards them, jumped over that huge step, and as I landed, I looked up and I shattered the glass completely with my face. My vision was extremely blurry. I heard the typical of dizziness. I didn't feel any pain, and when I started to focus on everything, my friends were already in front of me and they said, "Hey, no need to be scared, but you have a piece of glass stuck in your cheek." I didn't care at all. At that moment, all I cared about was getting away and not being seen by the owner of the place. But for my surprise, the man was already next to me cleaning up and picking up the glass from the floor. He didn't care at all. I was there bleeding and he was cleaning up as if it had happened to him several times before. Out of nowhere, a frightened woman shows up calling for an ambulance. And you don't know this, but I hate going to the hospital with all my heart. And I wasn't going to stay there waiting for an ambulance, so I ran away. As I left, I saw how the glass I had on my cheek fell out and I began to feel lots of tiny pieces of glass inside my shirt. I tried to stop to take off my shirt and shake it out, but in the distance, I began to hear the siren of an ambulance, and I panicked to the point that I decided it was better to keep running like that until I got home. When I finally arrived, my friends were very confused and asked me what had happened. They didn't believe anything I told them until an ambulance drove past my house. It turns out that my friends who were there told the ambulance where I lived and they came to get me. Luckily, they just checked me over and it wasn't anything serious. The glass hadn't gone in as deep as we thought. In fact, it left a scar that you can't even see anymore. I used to go to these arcades a lot, but since then, I never went back. Probably they added me to the blacklist and had a picture of me on the wall.